Hey y'all, it's Ashley. So I have this second Valentine's card for my little mini series, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it because it's going pretty fast right now. I am using the Lawn Fawn Love You Tons stamp set with the elephants on it, and I picked up, well, and I'm using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink because I'm about to do some Copic coloring, and I'm stamping those onto the Express It paper from Simon Says Stamp that I just bought and showed in my haul. So the Copic colors that I'm going to be using for this are N0, and that's what I'm doing first. I'm just kind of doing an all over wash. And again, I'm not an expert. This is probably like, I've only colored like a handful of images, so I'm still learning like for sure. But so I just did a wash of N0, and then I took some N2, and then went to N4, and then went back to the N2 and then back to the N0 on that one. And then now lastly, I'm going to take the N6 and I'm going to kind of just do a little outline. And then I'm going to go back with the N4. So I basically went by twos. I did 0, 2, 4, and 6 of the ends and just kind of did them in order and then back the other way. This one's going to be a little bit different. I did the wash at the beginning of N0, and then I went in with the N2, and I just went kind of around and did some highlights, and then with the N4, and then back with the N2 and the N0. And this one, I didn't use the darkest color because I wanted it to be lighter. I'm trying to distinguish like between the male and the female, and so that's the reason why I did that. So then I took a Copic multi-liner, and it's 0.5. And I just made some marks at the bottom by the feet and then kind of went over some areas that maybe I went out of the lines on. So now I'm taking I'm taking some Whisper White cardstock, and it's an A2 size card, and I'm showing you the oval framelit dies by Stampin' Up. I went ahead and used 2 of the nesting ovals, and I cut out some paper. It's American Crafts paper with the polka dot with the navy, and then some aqua paper that comes in it doesn't have a name, and neither does that really light pink. It doesn't have a name either because it came in a pack at Michael's, and it was, I think, like $2 or $3. The craft cardstock that I'm using is Nina Desert Storm, and I took the craft and that blush pink to my sewing machine and did kind of an outline, and it is not perfect, but it doesn't bother me at all because I'm a terrible sewer for one thing, and for two, I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to scrapbooking or card making. And so, I think one of the hard parts about card making sometimes is I feel like maybe it has to be perfect because I'm still new at it, but I'm learning pretty quickly that it doesn't bother me if it's not. So I took the heart from that same stamp set from Lawn Fawn, and I meant to do a background on that pink paper, and I was looking at it a second ago because I completely forgot. So I just added a few little hearts in the corner with the Melon Mambo ink and that heart from that stamp set. And I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on that and mat it onto the base of the card. And the difference in the sizes of the 3 different cardstocks, well, it's an A2 size card, and then the difference in the Nina Desert Storm and the pink cardstock is probably about 1/8 of an inch. I wanted them matted pretty closely together. So now I'm taking the Love You Tons, but if you'll notice, it just says Love You because I cut it up because I wanted it to be able to fit in this W+9 banner, and it fit perfectly. I was so excited. So I'm going to take the EK Success powder tool, and I'm just going to rub it on the Nina Desert Storm cardstock and go ahead and put the banner down with Versamark ink, and then put the Love You right in the center of it. I wanted to use that sentiment, but I didn't. I knew it wouldn't fit in the banner, and then I wanted to be able to cut out the banner